How's it going, everybody?
Good, you.
Nice. I recently transferred here from the University of New Hampshire. Fucking coldest place you'll ever be. The brochure had a bunch of people like laying out in the grass playing frisbee, having the best time ever. That's not what it's like. First party I went to, kid invited me. We show up, everyone's somehow grinding with snow pants on, trying to like finger each other with mittens. Like I have no idea what anyone even looks like. I'm hoping I bring a girl home and then you do, and you gotta play the jacket game where you like unzip 9 jackets and hope there's something under there you even like. She's not happy, neither am I, but like we survived the walk back and we didn't have to eat each other, so we're getting it on, you know? There's more shit that I'm gonna say soon. I did fall in love during jacket season, which is a very, very, very not a smart thing to do, but she was so beautiful. You know, it was one of those things where you just sitting in the library and like the air's blowing on her and she's glowing and you're like, wow, I would literally hang up my dick if this girl ever hung out with me one time. Like I would just marry her instantly. And it was going awesome, you know, somehow like I did all the normal things, you know, I kidnapped her parents, found her Facebook. I was making a lot of edible arrangements by myself, you know, just sending them. They're like $80, I'm not giving anyone that for fruit. And I don't know, somehow she managed to actually say yes, and the date went awesome. I brought her back to my house, we kissed. I'm round in second. I'm headed to Booby Town. I'm going to try to see what's going on under there. I did the bra thing, where you just like, I mastered it on YouTube. It's a great resource, you know? It's like a one move type of thing. And my world crashed down around me because she pulled out the weirdest pair of boobs in the entire thing. One was over here. There was one like up on her shoulder, like she was in some sort of fucking terrible accident. And she wasn't, don't worry. The medical background, I was kidnapping her parents. But I don't know. And I know that sounds fucking shallow, but if I pulled out some like mashed up dick that was stuck to my leg, and one of my balls was like just staring at you way bigger than the other one, you guys would run for the hills, so I don't really appreciate being judged on stage. It's kind of fucked up that you would even do that. And I was so depressed because I worked so goddamn hard to get her to go out with me. And I was like if the Red Sox are like scouting a player, they talk to him from high school or college, like he's gonna be on the Red Sox, he's a fucking awesome baseball player. And his first at bat, he gets up there and he just takes a big swing and his shirt comes unbuttoned and he has weird tits, like, I'm not even fucking happy about it either. I didn't think that's how that one was gonna end, did you? Switched it. Recently got asked to leave the pediatrician because I'm taller than the giraffe that they measure you with. He said, you gotta get out of here, dude. And it was going, I don't know, the doctor's a dick, he doesn't know I'm a hypochondriac, and that's like one of the things my other doctor knew, like, I'm scared of every disease. I'm going to be in there once a week, so just get used to it. And so we're having a conversation. He's asking me bullshit, like, if you smoked weed before, no, I have never done it. If you had premarital sex, no. I've never done anything cool in my whole life. Let's just get to it. He goes, you write or lefty? I was like, well, I write with my right hand and I throw with my left hand. And he's like, oh, that's interesting. That's actually called cross dominance. And I was like, fucking cool, but in my head I was like, am I a superhero, you know? Cross dominance boy. That like montage from Spider-Man where the dude's drawing like all the uniforms he could have. That's going on. And he's not done that. He goes, 85% of people who have cross dominance also suffer from Down syndrome. And I was like, what the fuck are we gonna do? And he goes, I go, is there a test I can take? He goes, for what, Down syndrome? You don't have Down syndrome, I'm a medical doctor. And I was like, whatever, dude. I went home, I just took a pee, and I was like, yeah, fine, I don't have Down syndrome. But I WebMD the fuck out of it, which isn't a good idea, because just reading WebMD alone, like, they've convinced me I'm blind, I have AIDS, and the Down syndrome thing, it wasn't a closed case, you know? So I'm walking around, and everything's going fine, but I'm on guard for the symptoms that I read about online. And I'm at a CVS, and I'm doing the self-checkout, everything's going great, it's like, beep, beep, and one of the items didn't scan, it's like, please ask for assistance. And the lady comes over and goes, can I help you, sir? And I'm like, I can do it myself! Do I get it? I have no time left?
Yeah. 45 seconds.
Okay. Keep it going here. Did any of you guys masturbate? Okay, cool. Just pretend you actually do. You guys ever masturbating and your computer's like, 2 seconds of battery left. And instead of being a functional human and plugging it in, you just look at the computer and you're like, that's all we fucking need! Don't need 2 minutes! I'm just going to end on that because I ran out of time. Randoza!
So, the other day, I went out on a date, and I don't know about the rest of everyone in here, but I have a pre-date ritual, you know, like pre-going out ritual, you know, like you gotta kind of have the whole full step process before you see anyone. So I like to start with the 3 S's, and the 3 S's are you shave, you shit, and then you shower. Now, this isn't the same for males and females, but, I mean, it maybe should be. However, that's the routine that I go through. So, you know, I'm going through my routine, I'm like, you know, shave the face, and then I'm like, you know. So, you know, I go downstairs, get the front, get the back, because, like, I mean, I don't know about everyone in here, but I'm highly anticipating the PDR jet. And I don't know if you guys are familiar with the acronym, but that's the post-date rim job. So, you gotta clean up the butthole a little bit, you know, see what you're working with, and then from there, you shit, because I mean, you're going to clean up whatever else you didn't get, and you'll probably fall in the toilet. And, you know, from there, you hop in the shower, you spread the cheeks, get right out of the water, you wash down. And then, you know, you're pretty much good to go. You throw some Dio for the BO, brush your teeth maybe. And you're pretty much ready to go, but for females, it's kind of a different story. I don't know what, you know, their little routine is, but I know it involves painting the face. And, you know, for me, it's like, fuck, like, what are you bitching about? You have makeup. I have to deal with my face on a regular basis. And it's like, fuck. I mean, I'm good looking, but you have makeup. Shut up. So, from there, you know, I get to this girl's house, and like I said, you know, I'm doing my thing, and she's giving me like the full up-down speculation. She's like, ooh, like you look good, but and then she stops. She's like, wait, is that a banana in your pants, or you just happy to see me? And I'm like, oh my god, come on now. Bitch, I ain't dumb! I did have to do it. Dude, don't even try to make eye contact with me while I eat this. Seriously though, like, I heard the male gender thinks about sex about every 7 seconds, so I usually face these in under 6, but you absolutely ruined that for me, so leave that a little damp and bruised up. It's been in my pants for a couple days now, but I'm gonna let you get your potassium in and do what you please with it. So, you know, speaking of sex, I guess. So the other night, my buddy's like, yo man, like, you gotta come out for Steve's birthday, man. Like, it's gonna be great. It's fucking gonna be a great time. We're gonna get all banged up and go out and gonna get drunk. And I think we think we might get Steve a stripper. We're not sure, but we're thinking about getting Steve a stripper. And by stripper, I mean we're gonna get Steve a prostitute, man. We're gonna get Steve a prostitute. And by prostitute, I mean we're gonna get Steve a really cheap prostitute, man. And by a really cheap prostitute, I mean we're probably gonna try to get Steve HIV or AIDS. We don't really like Steve that much, but I mean, what? You know, cheap prostitute. So I don't even know how this happens, but apparently I'm some sort of expert in soliciting prostitutes, and so I'm in charge of finding this cheap prostitute with HIV or AIDS or whatever she has. And you know, I'm using my resources. I'm like, where the fuck can I find this slut with AIDS? And I'm like, oh, I'll just check out Craigslist. You can find anyone on Craigslist. So I hop on Craigslist. I'm like, yo, I need a cheap prostitute, preferably with HIV/AIDS. And like the only chick that responded was the girl that I took out the other night. I mean, she sat on my stick shift when she got in my car, but I didn't think that much of it at the time. And I don't know, it worked out for me because she put out, for the PDRJ, so that was that. That's it for me though. Have a good day.